It's International Men's Day. Men of Reddit, how are you today?
A little hungry, got some nerves, but I am good. Nerves are for a job interview, didn't expect the motivational responses. Thanks guys E2, and for those looking for an update, I got the job. Starting 2 weeks from Monday.
The current situation is within acceptable parameters.
Checked my prostate this morning. Feeling good.
Just saw the sun rise over the ocean and it was a good one, so I'm okay. It's a nice 72 degrees and should be beautiful today. I'm not bad, but I'm just not happy.
I didn't even know it was a day. Honestly, just need a hug. Edit, thank you all so much. Your hugs from all over the world have made my day much more fulfilling and outgoing. I wish I could reach out and hug all of you back. As one of you wonderful souls described, people assume men are just robots who don't have feelings, encompasses one of the many reasons this day needs more recognition.
It's my actual birthday and the last thing I expected was to see top comments saying the same thing.
Just celebrating being an international man. Pretty good. On the garbage truck headed to the route. We finally got working heat in this one and it's a fucking godsend. Late edit, holy crap, my first ever goal.
Physically I am relatively okay. Mentally I am exhausted and clinging on for dear life until my wife and I have a week off in January. I work for a manufacturer whose sales explode come Christmas time and I'm head of supply chain.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
I'm sitting in an airport because my taxi driver took me to the wrong international airport. My friend bought tickets to the football match tonight, which I'm now going to miss. I'm down about $200. All things considered, pretty decent.
Extremely sad but going.
Nervous as fuck, I'm pitching my game today to a publisher. But aside from that, good. Edit, oh, for those curious, I made a short as hell hand-painted co-op boss rush called Raindancer, released Halloween, and it did surprisingly well considering it had no budget or marketing whatsoever. So just trying to make that into a full game with the team still attached. Fingers crossed. And thank you for the kind words, means a lot. Alright, talking to them in 30 minutes, let's do this. Edit 2, update, so they already wanted to see a full cost estimate, which I'll take it as pretty not bad. Sorry, new to this thing, so we'll see what happens. Aha. Fuck, I'll keep you guys updated, but we'll see. So far so good. Edit 3, holy shit Reddit, thank you for being so supportive. Yeah, we're just doing a price estimate for funding to see if that works for them, estimating costs on say online multiplayer, porting it to consoles, etc., all the things we wanted to do with the original project. I promise I'll keep you posted if for some crazy reason I hear back today, doubtful as it's a lot to go over, but yeah, if it gets greenlit I'll message you all with a personal thanks. And an actual, genuine thanks, because watching a passion project this close to me get received so well by everyone is seriously the coolest thing that's ever happened to me in my whole damn life. I mean it. Final edit, alright, they have the price estimate, they're looking over everything. We'll hear back shortly. I'll post in gaming I think if it does work out. Time for a well-deserved stress nap. Have a great day everyone.
Sorry, I do not identify as an international man. I am regional, at best.
Haha, gotta rise and grind and get that bread. Quiet sobbing.
Rough morning, thank you for asking. I have a teenage daughter who lives with her mom, 2 towns away from me, who also never wants to wake up for school. Her mom doesn't wake up till an hour after school has already started and at that point has to rush off to work every morning. So if our daughter oversleeps, her mom won't drive her in, leading to 11 missed days already in the first quarter of school. So, I am now tasked, because there is no other option, with waking up at 6:15 a.m. every morning, driving across town, picking up our daughter for school, then driving back across town again, school is in the other direction, dropping her off by 7:30 a.m., then rushing back the other way to work by 8 to 8:30 a.m. Which is all part of parenting, I guess. Just wish I could either get custody, or convince her mom to be a mom.
Just chasing a check per usual.
Bit worried, as it falls on the same day as International Toilets Day. Downcast face with sweat.
Getting married in a few months and frustrated at how people are treating me as a passenger at my wedding. I did not dream about my wedding since I was a little boy, but it's still a huge fucking deal for me and I can't wait for it. But the two reactions I usually get are, from men, it will all be over soon, just remember it's her day not yours. From women, how much are you helping out? Just remember it's her day not yours. Nobody except my fiancé seems to care how I'll feel in a tuxedo, if I'm happy with the location, or how proud I am about the whole experience. I suppose it's not a big deal, but it's been really irritating and eye-opening to be treated as the less important part of such a huge thing in my life.
I could use a hug, Reddit. Edit, you are all amazing. Always manage to brighten up even the darkest days. Love you. Remember, never lose the chance to gift someone a warm smile, a kind word, a comforting hug. Who knows, maybe one day a stranger might speak about how one random act of kindness saved him from a dire time. Stay amazing, smiley face.
Honestly, sometimes I feel about to crack. I have about $200,000 in debt, $60,000 of which is credit card balances. My wife created most of our debt with student loans and does not work. She doesn't work because she has a bundle of mental health disorders. She also doesn't work because she's still depressed from a late miscarriage we suffered over a year ago. The miscarriage was hard on me, but we don't talk about it because we're always talking about how hard it was on her. Sex with her is mostly disappointing because she's hardly ever into it. Sex with her is a rare occurrence, so I masturbate a lot. I try to cheer her up, but it never works. She disagrees with my compliments. I think often about starting an affair, but no, I never would because I'd hate myself for doing so. I think often about leaving her, but I still love her, and I know that would be more complicated and expensive. She is a volatile mother for our kids. They hear us fight a lot, mostly due to her volatility. I need my own therapy but stopped being able to afford it. I don't know how I'll ever get rid of this debt or have a better marriage. I want a house and a dog but don't know how I'll ever get them. I want something other than a clunker for a car, but all my money goes to debt payments. I want to keep succeeding in my career but feel impaired by imposter syndrome. And now I have make it through another day of work and not crack, because if I lose my job I think I will.
Pretty empty tbh. I used to take joy in a few things like video games, comic books and TV shows, but since about a year ago I found less and less pleasure in these things to the point that they bored me. I sold all of my comic books and 90% of my video games, and almost all of the ones I have tried this year have just bored me after a few hours. Couple of exceptions to that, like recently Death Stranding, but I used to play easily 6 to 7 new games a year to completion. It's been 2 so far this year. I didn't even bother seeing Endgame in the cinema, instead watching it on the tiny screen of a plane in September. This was after I saw every single MCU movie since I Am 2 in theaters the weekend they came out. I have tried picking up other hobbies in case I am just burned out on these, but nothing has really given me any satisfaction. Also, my job is a piece of shit and I am struggling to find gainful employment elsewhere. So this year has been pretty boring and exasperating. Edit. So I appreciate all of the comments below. I wish I could reply to all of you individually, but never expected such a response. I appreciate those who took the time to reply and offer advice or suggestions. I will definitely think long and hard about my next move to try and improve my situation here.
First Reddit post ever because this seemed like a friendly thread. Baby had me up with 5:30 am crying, but other than that, it's my weekly work from home day, so I get to cruise with some coffee and slow roast some ribs later on for dinner. A good man's day if ya ask me.
Had a seizure last night between 1 am and 3 am when my daughter wakes up for her bottle, so I'm full and tired. Other than that, can't complain. Edit. Since some people asked, I have small seizures where I don't lose consciousness or convulse. This is resultant from a traumatic brain injury I sustained while snowboarding in 2000. I wasn't wearing a helmet and I'm lucky to be alive and not paralyzed. I broke my zygomatic arch, cheekbone, 2 molars, and my coronal suture, the zigzaggy part of your skull where the pieces fuse together. My eye swelled out of its socket and my brain swelled up too, and I was not expected to live, and the doctors called my parents asking if I had a will made out. But I pulled through and now I live a normal life except for periodic seizures. Please, take my experience for advice and wear a helmet when you're doing anything that could injure your head. Seizures are, in my case, very annoying and I put my family through hell worrying while I recovered. For those who wonder what it feels like to have one of these minor seizures, it's sort of like the world becomes 2D. I get a sensation similar to having to sneeze but throughout my entire body, and then I breathe heavy and get a headache, followed with feeling logy for the rest of the day. Medication helps greatly, but lack of sleep and stress can bring them on. Thanks for the supportive messages. I can't wait until my little girl starts sleeping through the night.
Tired and sleepy. Damn you, Factorio.
Not great, unfortunately. For the first time in my life I've got absolutely nothing to do and I'm struggling to find enjoyment in anything.
My crush brought me something to eat. I think I'll ask her out tomorrow. Update. So today I wanted to ask her out but it turned out that she is ill. I'm doing it tomorrow and keep you updated. 2. Update. Guys, I failed you. I tried to drive with her but I missed her and the next time I see her will be on Monday. But I promise you I'll ask her on Monday. 3. Update. Sorry, I forgot to update. Yesterday and today she wasn't in school. But I'll ask the next time I have the chance and inform you about the outcome. 4. Update. While we were driving I found out that some boy gave her a few bread rolls which she gave a few people and I was just one of few who got one, so she maybe didn't thought about me in her free time but at least I got one. So as we had to wait for the light to turn I asked if she wants to go to ice skating and I don't remember in which order she said, did the following. She said maybe and asked when, she smiled, and bit her lower lip. Then we had to drive different ways. Because I'm an idiot I answered that I didn't know when. Because I'm an idiot a part of me now thinks that she tries to find a way to say no or to avoid me. Because I'm an idiot a part of me now thinks she's just happy, just a very quiet voice in my head. Because I'm an idiot I just said bye instead of asking for a clear answer. My new goal is to ask for a clear answer and I'll be prepared with a date and time.
Consider subscribing.